All right, I'm just gonna go live right now. Charlie Kirk has been shot with a high caliber rifle in the neck area at his first Turning Point USA event back for the school year in Utah. And so he's in the hospital right now. I don't know. It's a really, really bad video. There's a close up video. It's terrible. It's a lot of blood loss. It's in the neck region. It's a direct hit. Yeah, guys, it's crazy because I always see Kirk clips on my timeline. Such an important thought leader for young people, and such a great thing he found with this campus tour and inspiring young people to be conservative. Liberal Americans got to go. Can't live with them. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, I mean it's just and you MS. I'm not going to get into the political part of it right now, but MSNBC's already swinging it. They're going to be, you have to be just worried about, they're going to swing it a certain way. Some of them are going to be gloating over this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see with his status. I mean, it was immediate blood loss, significant blood loss, like significant. There's a clear assassination. Trump needs to speak. Yeah, I know. Trump has offered a statement he put out on Truth Social saying, "Pray for Charlie Kirk." It could have been a Charlie Kirk fan shooting and celebrate. Dude,
in which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, emphasize what you just emphasized. We don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about.
Dude, I just can't do it with mainstream media anymore. There's just no point. Kirk is mild. I know. I think Republicans in general need to be very careful about public appearances and think. I mean, because we know what happened with Trump and any conservative with influence, especially with young people, you got to be very careful. You got to be very, very careful. But the update is the last update I saw from someone in the chat was he's been in the hospital the last 15, 20 minutes. Fox News reported he was obviously rushed to the hospital, but there's been no real update since then. It's a significant blood loss, is immediate impact of some type of high caliber rifle. This is who was arrested. Looks like some socialist professor, honestly. I mean, we'll see. I don't know, but.
That's right, you make sign. That's right, you make sign.
I never said he was. I know you're talking about chat. I know. No, he's in the hospital right now. I'm just gonna whatever was reported is what I'll say. Yeah, it's just like so because it's almost like you have this relationship and you see these and then just like that at an event with thousands of people. Tim Pool said he's alive. Is that the latest update? Screenshot every Redditor celebrate. Well, I mean, there's a lot of them going to be celebrating. That's just what these people are. If you don't know that, you don't know what these people are. They're going to be celebrating it, of course. You'd be shocked if he made it in the hospital. Looked like a mortal. Yeah, I know. The wound, it looked really, really bad. It looked really, really bad compared to something like where Trump got nicked and stuff, so. So I'm sure they're gonna, investigate this guy, and we'll have to see. But some leftist. I know. I think conservatives need to be very careful, especially conservatives that wield influence going to public events. I mean, because we saw it with Trump, we see it now with Charlie Kirk. They're trying to take out the thought leaders of the conservative movement. It looks like video is bad. Video is terrible. You're saying arm up, but it's not even. I mean, if you're at a public event, you can just not. It's like it's hundreds of yards away. That where that shot came from. I think. Don't forget the media openly calling for Republicans and conservatives fascists. Of course. The reason that dude did it wasn't because Charlie, they said Charlie Kirk was an opposing viewpoint. They actively fearmongered against him. So the dude thinks he's justified. Remember, they thought it was justified to shoot at Trump, and they wanted him to be killed. So it's very, very bad, and they're trying to swing it, but there's just so much liberal violence. You can't they can't hide it. We saw the video this past week on the bus, and the video now, and this is an extremely important part of the conservative movement, and especially for young people, an extremely important voice who had so much great influence. You saw liberals copying Charlie Kirk with going to different college campuses. So extremely influential in the public space. Trump bullet missing literally prevented civil. Yeah, if the that it would have been extremely, extremely bad if that didn't miss 100%. I can't even predict what would happen, dude. Yeah, this is what they're gonna do. Unfortunately, I mean, it is. You have to be prepared for this. They're going to say he deserved it because he was pro. And this is just like such a false characterization. You shouldn't even respond to it. But obviously, Charlie Kirk never told anyone to never promoted physical violence or anything like that. So to sit there and say and to gloat about it, but it's important. This is who liberals are. They gloat about people getting killed because they don't like them, and they don't like what they say, and they don't like words that people say, and they don't like their influence. And so it is important to understand this is who we're dealing with. And Charlie Kirk was an extremely important part of the conservative movement. This looks like a different shooting entirely in Colorado. Well, we're waiting for updates on your little brother was at the crowd. There was a ton of people. There was thousands. That was his first show back. There's videos of Charlie Kirk. I did a video earlier today referencing Charlie Kirk and what he said. I mean, that's how real this type of stuff is. But there's videos of him before the event throwing out hats, and it's like it just shows you how valuable life is. It's just is he alive? It does not look good. But there's no report of his passing yet. Telegram reported. Where do we even go from here? I don't know if my thing is working. No, I'm gonna keep I think I'm gonna keep it off. Where do we even go from here? I'm sick of seeing this shit every single day. No, I 100% I understand it. It's just such a shocking thing. when someone that is this political figure just like that, just like that. I don't know where we go from here, man, because they're going to continue to say the same thing. They're going to say, well, it's because he was for gun violence. But I don't even want to make it about politics right now. But obviously, they're going to continue doing what they do. And, first it's Trump, now it's Charlie Kirk. I mean, if you're Republicans need to be very careful. And it was the same ilk. I mean, if you remember Ryan Ruth, very similar, older, white, liberal. And then they try and manipulate the situation and say, "Oh, it's not liberals," and it's just all complete bullshit. Like when they said Thomas Crooks was a conservative, it's a fucking complete lie. It's a complete lie. Do you have a response to those who are laughing? Oh, liberals laughing about this? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And I wish more normie people would understand that these people they do want, if you say something that they don't agree with, they just want you killed. I mean, I think normal people need to understand that Charlie Kirk never wanted violence. He never said for violence against anyone. It was always through speak. It was always through words. So they're gloating about it, and it just goes to show you, yeah, if and it's like Charlie Kirk is compared to some other conservatives would be seen as even significantly more mellow and more understanding. To see this happen to him, I mean, it's don't watch the video. It's horrible. I've seen the video many times. Yeah, I mean, with YouTube, I don't. It's not appropriate to play it here on YouTube. I don't think, but the close-up video, the long video. I don't know if there's going to be any other videos. The video is really bad. The video is all over X, all over. I'm sure it's all over Telegram. Historically, this only ends next way, and it's not good. It's reported he's in critical condition. So is that the most recent report? I do it again, quote the suspect. Right? Well, that's what they've been fed. I'd like to see who he's been listening to and things of that nature, but listen, it's the liberal media machine, and Charlie Kirk again, he wasn't even one of the further right-wing people to where it's like, ooh, it's radical and I have to. Neither is Trump for that matter, but I guess Trump is the president, so he's got an enormous amount of power, but I mean, it's just the fact that this is happening. It's did he survive? He's in very critical condition right now. It does not look good. There's a lot of reports going around. I understand. I get it. Where was he shot at? From what I saw, like the neck area. Stabilized and in the hospital taking blood now. Glenn Beck reporting he's stable and taking blood. Thought gun-free zones kept people safe. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know that was a brutal video to see, especially a video that goes that viral and stuff. Tim Pool is saying he's stable from a reliable source, and so is Glenn Beck. Beck is also reporting it. I hate to say it now, but the left is now a terror organization. Yeah, well, let's hope that Charlie is okay, and we can talk about the politics and stuff certainly for a long time. But if he does survive, I can't imagine the response. I know, I know. Well, let's just see. I know from the shot. I mean, none of us are doctors, or none of us can examine these things. But just the blood loss seemed extremely severe. I know you don't want to make it political, but liberal lunacy has got to stop or be stopped. No, I hear you, and this is something that's going to be definitely, because this is Trump, this is Kirk, and this is them saying they're happy about it, and you know, they gloat over this. I mean, this is next level evil, and normal people have to know about this. The left is celebrating on Reddit. Yeah, I mean, that's the least surprising thing ever. It's the least surprising thing ever. But it's like people like this that, you know, in this country, those type of people can't win. They just can't. But his voice will never be the same if he survives. I mean, you know, we can speculate, but you know, we'll just wait. We'll wait for updates and see what happens. Of course, it was a boomer. It looked like a liberal socialist boomer. I don't want to speculate too much, but I mean, I'm sure there'll be an investigation into it and see who the person is. And he was arrested and dragged out. And there were like people, you know, yelling at him and stuff in the video where he was being dragged out after getting arrested. School shooting in Colorado. I saw 2 people got injured in that. Have you seen the video? Yeah, I've seen the close up video, the long video. I've seen all the videos, guys. The videos obviously are very bad. There was just a guy on Fox News who was a witness. He said the guy who was arrested was not the one he saw shooting. I know, but we're gonna do. I don't know about conspiracies right now, man. I don't. I mean, we'll see. We know what ends up happening with that, and I'm sure there's gonna be people that say a lot of things, and where can you watch the video? All over X. All over X. Yeah, it's just seems the video was really bad. Yeah, Trump has made a statement on Truth Social. I would imagine 100% he's going to speak on it for sure sometime today, sometime this afternoon. Trump is going to have to speak on it. He's already made a Truth Social post. You know, it's a developing situation. And the crazy thing with Charlie Kirk, it's a debate. You know, that's the point. It's the talk. And so to see something like that, and to see the videos of Kirk minutes before, perfectly fine. There's just something so morbid about it from a human level. There's a new video about him being rushed away from the scene. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a lot of documentation of it. There's a lot of, you know, video just in general of when he does the debates. There's always video of him, and they do YouTube videos for it. So I can only imagine. Thank you for the $10 donation, Mom. Yeah, there's no way, especially obviously there's no way you could say that. No, he's got a very beautiful family and just shocking, just completely shocked. Yeah, I saw a Newsom statement. I mean, that's going to be a lot of their statements, the Democrats.
This is the guy that shot him?
they're saying drag him on his face. That's the suspect, the shooting suspect. And then yeah, and then MSNBC. How about MSNBC comes out and immediately says right after he was divisive, and I mean it's immediate. There's just no end. There's just no end. And then they're gonna say, well, he was pro gun, so that makes it okay. Yeah, of course they don't care. Of course. Them coming out with these statements is such an insult to anyone's intelligence. It's fucking ridiculous. I know. The recent update is this is the recent update that I've seen. Is he stable? Well, it says he's stabilized and taking blood. Tim Pool and Glenn Beck from people that I've seen have said that, so MSNBC said it might have been a supporter shooting in the. No, I saw that. I know I saw that. You're right. That is 100%. That is even worse. Remember the reactions when Trump was shot? It was along the lines of the same thing. They like report it doesn't. It's like they make up stuff to try and make their party look better. But I mean, listen, let's just get the reports and we'll see. And hopefully there's a chance. He was shot, I believe, in the neck. I believe he was shot in the neck. Millimeters from Trump being shot like this is crazy. Dude, after seeing this, I think if that would have happened to Trump, I think that'd be a big problem, a huge problem for the country. This is a huge problem for the country. But I mean, this, the perspective of it is just. Trump has commented, he put out a Truth Social statement saying, pray for Charlie Kirk and his family. I would imagine Trump is waiting for updates. You saw a close up, the Gordon right? Yeah, the close up video is just, and I mean, that's the only video I've seen. I don't know. There's probably other ones, but yeah, it's. Comments of the live from the other channels are terrible. What are they gloating? I mean, it doesn't surprise me. That's what that party is. I mean, I'm not surprised. Is he confirmed dead? This is the latest update we've seen. If you look at the video, it does not look good. The update is he's stabilized and taking bloods. So we'll just have to wait for more updates. Yeah, I mean, it's the neck is a bad spot, especially for caliber, likely the caliber that was used. Fast forward 2 months, and we will know nothing about the shooter. Yeah, I mean, look at the last assassination attempts. We still barely know anything, and then they're gonna try and use. Oh, we don't know if he was really a liberal. That's what they'll say, I'm sure. Thank you for the donation. Liberals are terrorists when they are armed. Cannot believe how the liberal media is covering this. Unfortunately, it doesn't surprise me. But nothing can surprise you with these people. I mean, a lot of the leftists, the further left people are going to gloat about it. The liberal media is going to say he was divisive, basically insinuating he deserved it. This is just what that party is. So. MSNBC now concerned about how Trump White House will use the shooting. Oh no, don't worry, guys. Wait a week until we get the another video of a. I mean, it's like every day with this liberal violence. It's every day. Why do you think Osama Muhammad Atta is not as famous as Osama bin Laden? Because bin Laden was the leader. Let's not do that now. Bin Laden was the leader. Bin Laden. It wasn't even bin Laden who. Well, it's not. It's not important. We're entering grounds of counter responses. Now I hear you, Mr. Clean. I understand people are very upset, and this one is because you see this guy every day. You see this guy every day. So people have a relationship, and in his first date back, the first tour back, this happens, and the video is just horrific, and it's a direct shot. Yeah, and you have to wonder about, this is going to stoke a lot of flames. Sorry for the random question, please forgive me. No, it's all right. I'm just, I mean, where do we go from here? It's impossible to say. Let's hope there's a chance he can pull through. See if we can get some updates, and might be a little while. Did you see the New York Times reported the old guy who was arrested is not the shooter as of 7 minutes ago? No, I didn't see that. I mean, it seemed like everyone was saying that was the shooter. You're talking about this guy? Someone else said that in the comments. They said someone else was shooting him. So is there another suspect? So there might be a different. It might be a different somebody else. The video was in the Discord. The video is everywhere, dude. The video of him getting shot is everywhere. At this time of writing, multiple sources told the Blaze News that Kirk is alive and has a pulse but is in critical condition, according to the Blaze. Election Wizard reported that police have confirmed the suspect has been taken into custody. Police have confirmed the suspect that was taken into custody was not the shooter. What you think he does if he survived? I don't know what that question is. Still think the old guy is not the shooter? I'm furious and devastated. The left is evil. Pray for Charlie Kirk. It's well said. He's in critical condition. I don't know. That's what I've heard. It's just losing that amount of blood, man. It So I don't know if there's maybe a different suspect or if we're gonna get an update on that. So there might be a different suspect now. So we'll have to see. We'll see who the suspect is now. Yeah, I'm sorry for this water bottle. I know it's annoying. How do you think South Park will respond? I don't know. I don't know what they'll respond with, man. No info on another suspect as now seems to have gotten away. Well, if there is another side, they will find him for sure. It's just a matter of time. There's gonna have to be an investigation. What is this guy's relationship? Why'd they arrest this guy? I mean, not a not a big fan of people rushing to a conclusion that it's the left or the devil. Well, dude, people are very emotional right now, so you're gonna get that. That's just when they see a video like that, there's a visual reaction, a visceral reaction. Side question: do you think NATO now enters war after drones to Poland? The rhetoric from leaders seems like they're headed that way. Those countries need to worry about their own immigration issues rather than getting into war with Russia. I mean, I think it's ridiculous. I don't know. You blame the Jewish media that caused division. You know Charlie supports Jews since 2012, but Jewish media has caused nothing but harm. Well, I mean, let's just hope he's all right. I think tomorrow might be wear a MAGA hat to school kind of day around the country. Yeah, and guys, this is a developing story, so we might we originally thought it was this old white man that was the shooter, but there's been reports. I mean, there's so many reports. There's so much different information that comes out, but there was developing. They're saying the shooter maybe got away, so we'll have to see. Leftists are rewriting the rules mid-game because they cannot compete with our ideas, policies, arguments. They are desperate, and that's the other thing. Is Charlie Kirk is such an important piece for young people, let alone these liberals were copying him. They would go around the campuses after he started the entire thing where you go to campuses. So very, very important for young people. Extremely important, Charlie Kirk. Between this and Poland, what a day, wild times. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things to where I don't know exactly. I was looking at the Poland situation, and I saw Poland had shot down some of the all of the drones that Russia had sent. Status of Charlie. I've seen a critical condition. We'll have to see what this development is with who the actual suspect is. What do the Jays have to do with this? Well, I mean, it's just, I think let's just focus on the story right now. The shot was fired from far away. Yeah, does anyone have a distance? Is it reported 150, 200 maybe? You heard the news say, well, I haven't seen that report. Reports say 200 yards. What was Crook's 150? Dude, Trump is so lucky. Block toaster, get him out of here. Yeah, I mean, it's just some of the. I mean, maybe I just won't read the donations. It's not. There's. Oh, I saw both videos. I'm not gonna speculate on what happens if. Yeah, and this is just because the thing is, it's just gonna stroke more. Obviously, people are gonna be very angry about this. This is no matter what way you slice it, this is not good. It's not good for the country. Suspect still not in custody. This man who they arrested was not the shooter. So it looks like there's been a crazy mix-up by the police. I mean, if this is correct. They say Charlie still has a pulse. Yeah, no, I've heard that. I've heard that's been reported. Confirmed by the Utah Speaker of the House he's dead. I mean, there's been a lot of people saying that it's been confirmed now. Will Kane. Yeah, I know, I know. Well, Twitter. I mean, if you have a reputable account, it's fine. But I hear you. You think the situation will officially label liberals leftists as public safety threat on top of the Pennsylvania Trump situation? Yeah, but they tried to label that kid as a Trump supporter. Obviously, he wasn't if you looked at his Gab messages, but it's the same playbook they always use. So they're probably going to try and spread false information about whoever this suspect ends up being, if it is the old guy, or they just deny everything. Your stream is shadow banned. I couldn't find it. It happens. Sometimes they don't share it. I've only been live for like 40 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. Be careful, no telling who they will target. Well, I mean, I would say any influencer, that Republican influencer that does public meetups, is very, obviously Charlie Kirk had a ton of influence, so that's an incentive in and of itself. And obviously security is very important. Hopefully this doesn't happen to other right-wing content creators like Fuentes. Prayers to, well, they got to be very careful. You've got to be very careful, because I'm sure they all get a ton of death threats, and these people, I mean, they've shown a propensity for doing this. He just passed away. It's on the news. I'm crying. Well, I mean, let me see it before, because I know people, they want to make sure it's confirmed. I mean, I'm not seeing it. There's just I mean, it's a very, very critical situation right now. If you look at the videos, I mean, very odd timing with Poland. Well, to me, this is more so. I don't think it has anything to do with Poland. I think this is the first event back, because this is the first event back from the school break and everything like that, and doing this tour. That was a dark fucking video. I know. I mean, seeing a video like that, it's just, especially from I always see Charlie Kirk on the timeline and stuff, so this is like a different level of. And then you see Charlie Kirk giving out hats at the beginning of the event, and it's just like 10 minutes later or whatever. You never know. Sean, thank you, man. I appreciate the $50. Is he alive? The last I saw, he was in critical condition, getting blood. Tim Pool and Glenn Beck have reported he's still alive, but that was about 10 minutes ago. Turn on Newsmax if you can. He passed away. You hate this world. Let's see if Glenn Beck has anything. Charlie Kirk shooter still at large per CNN. Yeah, I don't see any credible source. I don't know about Newsmax. I don't watch Newsmax. Dude, the context of this. Oh my god. The latest update from all of these news reports is the shooter is still at large.
I saw Charlie Kirk get shot. He collapsed in his seat. He fell over to the side. He was carried off. He had blood on his arms. He had blood on his shirt. He was dragged off and carried out of the venue. There was a gunshot that rang out.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. I saw someone get shot today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in like a state of shock. The reaction from the left shows that this is not a question of political beliefs. We need to accept that we are at war. They want to kill us, fight back. Well, I mean, it's the reaction does not surprise me from them, and I think this is just going to swell into an even bigger, a bigger situation. It's very raw right now. There's really not much I can say. There's not much I can say. Supposedly House Speaker of Utah. Yeah, I just haven't seen it really on any of these. Yeah, I mean we've all seen the video, guys. We've all seen it. But on YouTube, it's like if there was a breaking point for this BS, it's surely approach 100%, 100%. It's this type of stuff can't continue with Trump and Charlie Kirk, and these are important Republican, conservative figures, and TMZ not saying anything. Disclosed TV. Here it is. Charlie Kirk pronounced dead, aged 31. Video is sickening and scarring. Well, if this, we'll see if it's confirmed in other places. Crazy how someone can get shot for expressing their own opinions. Radical liberals are demonic. God help us. Yeah, we'll see if this gets confirmed. I'm sure in other places that they're pretty. I don't think it's going to be a lie or anything. AP reported 6 minutes ago stable condition. Not a conspiracy theorist, but is all this craziness being funded? You mean we don't know a lot of? Yeah, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know about that stuff right now. You've seen many reports saying. I think the Tim Pool report was around 20 minutes ago, though. Yeah, Tim Pool definitely had a report about it, but there's recent stuff that's come out. I don't know. Let's just wait until it, some actual news that we can verify, or some higher level news source says something. Was there a false report on his passing? I mean, it's possible. It looks like a false report. I don't see anyone else reporting it. It is crazy how little tolerance the left has and how crazy they've become. Either way, not to be a broken record, wouldn't be shocked at any similar things against leftists in the future. I know that's the thing, is it's gonna stroke significantly more violence. This is a very critical voice for the conservative movement. I mean, it's just not good. Obviously, it's just with his family, from just a human level, with his beautiful family, and then just on top of it, it's always been debates. It's never been violence, and then they gaslight and they say, well, he's pro-gun, so they're gloating about it. It's just It's terrible. These are adults that are doing this too, and then they immediately try and spin it. They got the shooter wrong. The news is just always like, all of this stuff just gets reported wrong. Basically, any report that comes out, it's like, I'm not saying the Tim Pool stuff. I'm just saying, like, from normal news. Although, I mean, they did arrest him, to be fair. They arrested that old dude. So we'll have to see the story on that. This is going to radicalize a lot in the MAGA base. Yeah, you see the video? Yeah. OMG graphic video, pray for Charlie. Yep. You need to mod. There's nothing. The chat is moving too quickly. They're not gonna do anything, man. I know there's a lot of fake news going around. We're waiting for some updates, and we'll see. We're waiting for some concrete updates, man. I'm not... DeSantis has stopped his press conference. So DeSantis reacts to it. Leading report? Yeah, but leading report, I don't know, man. The close-up video was 1000% real, man. It was I know some people have said that. There was a shooting at the Colorado high school today. Yeah, there was as well. I saw. I don't know what the status is of that. At this point, we have to remain calm, pray. If that is what we will do, we will have to pull ourselves up and continue on. Well, this is very raw, and I'm just, especially with social media, the way you have the relationships with people just through social media, and it's just so shocking. It's just such a shock. Heard there was a shooting in New York too, but not sure. Tim Pool. Reports are Charlie Kirk has died. So this is Tim Pool, who was previously reporting, and so Fox just confirmed the boomer dude was not the shooter. Yeah, it's being confirmed out elsewhere. I know the video is just like the way in which he was shot was just. I know the blood loss is just, and I'm sure the caliber that was used, 200 yards. They said that's not that far either. Ooh. Well, it's being reported now. Like the, oh my goodness, this bitch. Yeah, this is the left. And by the way, this is a byproduct of the mainstream media. That's where this woman gets her mainstream media, liberal circles, liberal influencers. It's a case study. Powder keg moment. The line has been crossed. Yeah, we'll see if there's up. I mean, there's been reports now that he has passed away, but heard he was critical but stable. I know. I hear what you're saying, man. I just think, with that amount of blood loss. JD Vance. Trump's going to come out with a statement. I mean, we're waiting to see the news and the reports and things like that, and a concrete update. But I'm sure Trump is going to come out with a statement soon and to address the American people. Yeah, no, Charlie was never that radical. That's the scary thing. That's the scary thing. A lot of very normal conservative religious values, and that's how far left they've gotten. That's not acceptable for them. Still, the Democrats are pure evil. Yeah, it's I don't know what to say. This was definitely a professional job. Well, we'll have to see what comes out, and I know people are worried about the stuff that gets reported up, who the suspect is. We've had issues with that in the past. There's not a lot of transparency with that type of stuff. They're saying the suspect is still at large. That's what I've been hearing. I don't know how that's possible, but yeah, other Republican, obviously, people that are influential on the right, they have to be extremely careful. Yeah, I mean, this is just because this is the too big. This is Trump, Charlie Kirk. Obviously, Trump's got the Secret Service and stuff now, but you got to be extremely careful if you're influential on the right at this point. I mean, there's to hit right on the pulse and not being seen. I hear what you're saying, and to escape, but they're gonna find that person 100%. It's just, I mean, you can only hope. You saw from America First Post that Pritzker is blaming Kirk's shooting on January 6th and Trump. Well, that's what they're gonna do, man. It's important to understand they just they kill you and then blame you. So Yeah, Eric's trustworthy, man, and Eric's not gonna have any like vulgar stuff on there normally. But I don't know. I mean, there's no official update. I know Tim Pool said there were reports saying he was. There's been a few reports. You know, it's I don't know if it's been confirmed by any big media. So recent report still in critical condition. The fact that major networks are not saying anything yet gives me a little bit more hope. Amazing how the left is telling us to on the radar. Yeah, they have to be extremely careful. The major networks to not report on something too early as well. So, but yeah, no, 100%. Some of these Twitter accounts get wrong information, try and be the first to something. There's no way something like this happens and no one sees who did it or tackles them. This was done by some agent from far with a rifle. Well, I mean, you have to understand there's going to be it's a massive crowd. There's going to be an immediate panic. So there's going to be immediate, people are going to start dispersing. They're going to run in different directions when they see, what happened to him. There's an immediate panic. So, I mean, I agree. I mean, that you'd think there'd be people that would tackle him, but Tim Pool posted a new update. No, this was an update from a while ago. That was the update from like 30 minutes ago when he said he's in stable condition. I know what you're talking about. Please pray for Charlie's family. This is a devastating loss for them and also the United States. So I don't know. It's confirmed. I mean, if you watch the video, the blood loss is just so significant. Tim just said he's dead. It's been confirmed. New York Post just confirmed it. Doctor buddy of mine thinks it was a fatal shot. It looked very, very bad. Yeah, I believe it's possibly been confirmed. He's passed away. The shot was just brutal. I mean, this Trump has confirmed it. Uh, did he confirm it on? Is it on Truth? It's probably on Truth. So if Trump's confirmed it, I mean, blood transfusions. Yeah, everyone's getting updates at different times. It's just Trump said it on Truth. I think there's a Shit's not. My stuff's not even loading. Yeah, my stuff's not loading. R.I.P. Charlie was liberal domestic terrorism. Yeah, we'll see if this we get updates here. Go on, Rabid. Trump has confirmed it. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. So, rest in peace. Just terrible. Is it me, or is this happening way too often? Probably going to get worse before it gets better. No, I know. I mean, this is just going to stroke more flames, and people are going to be. I mean, we're entering a time of the unknown. "31 years old." Yeah, rest in peace. I mean, it's such a very critical position, and just such a horrible act by whoever did it. And we'll see if they catch him and stuff. So I'm sure they will, and we'll see the story on that. But well, I mean, Fox doesn't have to say anything if Trump has it confirmed. I mean, it is what it is, man. Not finding an art. This is Donald Trump's Truth Social. Scary days ahead. Thank you for the donation. I know a lot of people speculating on the assassin, things like that. I mean, I don't know what people want. It's just an immediate reaction. It's just. It's confirmed. This is Donald Trump's Truth Social, guys. This is Donald Trump's Truth Social. His official Truth Social. I mean, I don't think Trump's going to be getting a false briefing on this or put out something too. It's just. Fox just confirmed. A little disappointed Trump didn't call it an assassination. Trump's got to make a statement here. Trump's going to make a statement from the Oval Office. And it's going to have to be extremely poignant. I know. I see Fox News has confirmed it. They're all confirming it now. So Trump is the administration. They know. Shooter was caught. Is that true? People on the right, man. People that have Thank you for the 9.99, man. G Color. Um, People that are influential on the right that do events, you've got to be very careful, because this is stuff that's. I mean, we'll see. I don't want to make any proclamations or jump to any conclusions, but we'll see what the suspect is. Trump is going to have to put on his big boy pants and get these people. Trump has got to come out, and it is going to have to be a different type of statement, even than, the one we just saw. This is a massive figure within the Republican right, and extremely influential with the younger Republican right. There were a lot of younger liberals that hated Charlie Kirk, and he would just they would copy him and copy his style, and him going to these campuses was so influential, and they were so angry. But I mean, this is just. I think today might have been the death of the moderate right. Dude, nowadays with social media, man, the video of that and the amount of people are going to see that video, I mean. Appreciate your kind words, Mr. President, but will have to apologize to Nick Fuentes if you do not invoke the Insurrection Act, suspend habeas corpus, declare martial law. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what Trump's response is here. I mean, this is very raw. This is happening right now. Everyone's reacting. Everyone is completely shocked. And working with the FBI, Utah law enforcement to bring justice to the individual responsible for this tragedy. Lunatic left just pushed the youth more to the right. Heartbroken, thank you for you and your channel. Well, it's just shocking. I mean, when I saw that video, I mean, everything's on video now, and that it just. And there is one, you know, did you guys see the timeline? Charlie Kirk posting that photo of the woman, the Ukrainian refugee, Irina Zarutsky, and then to have this happen. I mean, this is like, I can't even explain. So wait, so the old guy wasn't the suspect? They're saying the suspect is still at large. They're saying the old guy, I don't know, the old guy was, it seemed like it was, because he was saying he has rights or whatever. I don't know, man. It's a fiasco. It's a fiasco right now. For once, Hassan isn't being scum. He said it could have been him. Well, I mean, what else is he gonna say, dude? You see that video? You have that's as a human being, you have to be like, this is just horrible. I mean, I'm sure all of those like the big name liberals are gonna come out and disavow it for sure, but it doesn't really change it. Thank you for that. Well, he already was someone important. I mean, it's very influential among younger right wing people. He's already very important. Destiny won't disavow it. Well, he's I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people that are not happy, you know, with that. But I don't know what to say about that. I think Trump will be speaking 100%. Um, so we'll have to see. I don't know where he is right now. I'm not sure if he's in D.C. or if he's elsewhere right now. Not sure where he's supposed to be today. Yeah, it was like there was something wrong with X. It was just too much traffic. Too much site traffic during that moment there. I don't know. I don't know about. I mean, I'm curious to see the the shooter and stuff, and hopefully they're able to catch him very quickly. You say it'll galvanize the right. I think it'll definitely it has to bring the right together. You see videos like that, it's terrible. And let's make sure they get the shooter. And yeah, this was his first. This was actually Charlie Kirk's first stop on his new tour, because school just got in session. The kids just got back into onto campus. So I don't know where to go from here with this. I really don't. I think we have to. I think Trump is going to speak, and there's going to be updates on the. I mean, just the violence we've seen. I mean, you see the video of Ukrainian refugee. You see this video. This is terrible, and this is obviously somebody that's extremely important. This is make no mistake about it. This is an extremely influential young dude to young right wing people. So this is a just catastrophic loss. It's hard to ban. I can't even see the chat, man. There's gonna be people that troll and stuff, and that's just the internet. But obviously, it's you just ignore it. Denver High School got shot up. I know. I saw a report on that. Obviously, it's very secondary, but that's a very bad event. I don't know the exact details of it. Yeah, I don't know what he was debating or anything. I hadn't seen the full clip of what the prelude to the final moments there, but because I came live right after I saw the close up in the far angle, and he was debating trans right when he was debating trans and gay violence. It's terrible. And like one of the last posts is the photo of Irina Zoronsky. Like reports saying, yeah, 200 yards away from the top of building, 200 yards away. Those are the reports of when the shot came from. He was not debating trans when he was shot. You were at UVU. That's where he was, UVU. Trump was protected by God. Shooter was 150. I know. I mean, I don't even want to get into the Trump stuff, but it's just like such a catastrophic if that happened. Let's call it every person right of center, fascist, bigot, racist. Let people take it seriously and wear the opposition. I know, and the craziest thing with Charlie Kirk is he was always a debate guy. It was never about a call for violence, and he's seen as more of a just a standard conservative religious type, and so just horrible. But I mean, it shouldn't happen to anyone. But he was especially someone who was always about talk and debate, and a very important figure for the young conservative movement, with a lot of these young kids being influenced, and so yeah, I saw the close up video. I saw the far video. I've seen all the videos, guys. I've seen all the videos. The videos are terrible. Videos are terrible. That's why, coming into the live stream, I thought it's gonna be a challenge, for him to pull through. It's just too much blood loss, and the way in which he got shot, the caliber he got shot, in terms of the bullet, it's just. Last thing he was debating about was gun violence, not trans people. I know someone else told me. Because of how big and popular he is, this is going to bring the right wing closer than ever in history, galvanizing moment. Yeah, and again, it's just the way in which, the fact that he was debating, the video of it. I mean, this is like, and you already know the liberal script. They're going to blame the gun violence. A lot of them are going to be gleeful. Unfortunately, I'm just telling you how it is. And so, but that's not most people. That's not normal people. Normal people need to know about this. They need to know about these shootings. They need to know about what's happening to conservative, you know, big time people like Trump getting shot at twice, and then they try and say it's acceptable, and then happens to Charlie Kirk, and now there's been other concerns with conservatives, big name conservatives, and Glenn Beck. Dude, my thing's not even loading. No, dude, this was a while. This is not. It's not new information. The information has evolved. Yeah, his family and two kids, a wife, believe just over 30 years old. So, we're waiting on an update. But I don't know what else to say at this point, see what the suspect, things like that. Suspect is still at large, they're saying. Yeah, he is confirmed dead. Donald Trump has confirmed Charlie Kirk got assassinated. So we're waiting on more information. Have they got the guy? I believe it's reported he's still at large. Update your title. What do you think happens if the suspect is black or trans? Well, I mean, it's we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah, the shot. There's people are saying it's 200 yards away on top of some building. Um, I don't know if anyone got a look. Need to stop going on Reddit. Well, yeah, Reddit's gonna be very gleeful. It just is what it is, man. You gotta just expect it with those people. So, but that's not the type of stuff that's gonna win in the United States. That's how they can be, but that's not. People have to see this. They have to see the response. They have to see the liberal response and how these people act. Charlie Kirk never called for violence against people. He debated people. And you want to talk about the issues of the United States and our immigration, and just it's insane. I'll You have a few left wing friends and have never had an issue with their political beliefs, but now Most of them are celebrating Charlie's death. Yeah, that's just not. It's this very immature people. But that those are people like I don't even you know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I do have to go to the bathroom, guys. But I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm just gonna actually update this as well, I guess. I mean, we'll see. We'll see who the suspect is. I don't know. They say the suspect is still at large. Wow, I looked up assassination and Ryan Routh came up. This shows you where we're at with this level of violence. America will never be the same after this. This is just. I mean, and now you know with the modern sense, the modern times, we're getting these videos, and it's just. Ugh. Josh Pate putting out a post. The left has been dehumanizing us, and now are celebrating when this happened. They will see nothing but animals cry victim when they get offended. Yeah, I know. There's no. People have to understand. I just wish people would understand how bad these people are. You know, and a lot of it is like, but it's not even. It's just so retarded. It's such a false equivalency to say, oh, because he was pro Second Amendment, he deserves to get like. it's like a third grade argument. It's like a 92 IQ argument too. It doesn't even fucking make sense. That's obviously not the same thing. It's not threat, and then also it's just like I don't want to get too much into it, like with the going back to, oh, he's calling for people to be displaced or calling for immigrant. Like, it's so fucking insane how this country is had 40 million more fucking immigrants imported into it than the second closest country since 1970, and they're still angry. Like, you're racist for not wanting more immigrants. What the fuck are you talking about? You must get 200 million more immigrants or you're a racist. Men in small hats, CIA, or both? Your honest opinion? Well, I mean, you want to speculate on that, dude? Obviously this is a huge ripple effect. So anytime there's something like this where there's a huge ripple effect, people are immediately going to go and say, there's other circumstances that play here, and because they know it's going to cause a certain reaction, things like that. But I dude, it's just poor taste. What do you want me to speculate on that? I don't know, honestly. I really don't. I mean, we can sit through a lens and think of, who does this benefit, or what is the reaction to this going to be in a political sense, but it's like Charlie's legacy. Let me see this. Charlie's legacy is Turning Point USA rallying young conservatives to vote in 2024. His message won't be forgotten. Yeah, and that's a huge win. And he was crying after Trump got elected. I do remember that. I'm pissed. The left are sick and evil people. Pissed with them. Thank you for the donation. Can't imagine what his wife and kids are feeling. I know. This might have just opened a Pandora's box. I mean, it's raw reactions, but I mean, there's really like, because nobody knows what's going to happen now. But obviously, there's going to be a ton of people, especially after the Trump assassination attempts, and Trump is still with us, obviously. But now this is a serious one, and you see the visuals of it, and it's just, see 100% dead. He was assassinated. Yes, he got shot by a high caliber rifle in the neck. He had immediate significant blood loss. Please look at the comments on the left-leaning news media. Doesn't matter where, it's full of hate and celebration. Yeah, and that's even just probably just on CNN. Their comments, I'm sure, is probably all celebration. So I definitely gonna try and put together a coherent, video on this and stuff. But we're just seeing updates on and waiting on this suspect, because obviously a lot of people are going to be intrigued with this, and it's going to play into the aspect. Stay safe. I mean, I'll be fine. I'm not. I think there's higher level Republicans that need to stay safe. Mm-hmm. Charlie seemed like a chill dude, especially after. Yeah, I mean, they tried to make fun of him for South Park, and he took it in stride, and that was always the South Park thing I thought was ridiculous. It's just, but yeah, he was very chill about that, and this is just how it is, guys. These people are gonna gloat. They're gonna gloat. They're gonna gloat. I don't know what to tell you, and it's just our job is to highlight it. I know people, whatever happens in terms of what is the response? What is the response from Trump? What is the response from Republicans? It's important that people understand Charlie Kirk was a very important young figure. A very important young thinker influencing young people. So this is an extremely important person. It's he's been turned into a martyr. Every Gen Z kid has been radicalized, and those in the middle will now shift right wing, I feel. And I think 100%. I think that's going to be the vast majority of what happens here with this, for sure. That argument that he deserved, it's not, obviously it's completely ridiculous, but it's not going to fly with just normal people, normal Americans, especially not with the video like that. When you get a video like that, I mean, we'll have to see, because, they're going to start trying to argue the suspect, and that's how they try and do it. They try and say, well, the suspect actually wasn't left-wing. So we have to, be cognizant of that, and I'll look at the details and things like that. But they already tried doing that and tried muddying the waters with Thomas Crooks when they tried saying he was a Trump supporter when it was not true at all. Absolutely not true. Trump 2028, I will never stop being a patriot. Yeah, I see you, man. It's good to see you again. UVU grad here. Most of us love Charlie. So devastated to see what happened, dude. Those kids that you probably see. We're gonna see some interviews. Those kids are gonna be in complete shock. That was a very graphic event. That it was not like he was shot in the stomach and you don't see much blood. I mean, that was extremely. It was extremely graphic. Cardboard, thank you for that. Yeah, I don't even know what to do honestly. Like just wait for updates, I guess, on this shooter. And the video is terrible. Those kids were interviewed. Those kids are in no they're in no state to be interviewed. Those kids, that's a shock trauma. They're putting a camera in front of their face. They can't process that. Fairly recent follower and admire your character, poise, maturity. Thank you for covering this. R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. God bless it. Yeah, it's just not much to say. I mean, when I learned of this, it's just like because you see the videos in the hours leading up and him throwing out hats and all this and just how quickly and just the left demonization and we'll see who the culprit is and stuff, but and Trump's gonna have to put out a statement. I'm sure that's he's gonna speak in front of probably at the Oval Office. Again, I don't know where he is, but they're gonna have to put something together, and Trump's gonna have to, we're gonna have to get all the information and see. People are expecting a very a significant statement from Trump on this. Who will replace Charlie? All are more radical. Dude, I know what you're saying 100%. 100%. So how is that going to make it any better? And think about the him being assassinated only makes it even more radical. So all of the people behind Kirk would be deemed more radical, and him being killed would make them even more radical. Where was his security? I know they said 200. I mean, but there's got to be a high level security or something. And the same thing with Trump. Obviously, Trump's different category when he was a candidate, even. But I don't know. I don't know what the security situation was, honestly. Trump has ordered all flags to have staff until Sunday evening. So that's the recent update. He was sniped from a building. So the only heard things I've heard 200 yards away from the top of a building, or I don't know if it was a window, or I'm not sure on the specifics of it. But it was very high caliber bullet. Did you see the abhorrent BS MSNBC? Yeah, I saw. It's just we have to discuss. I'll do probably a video and talk about it and just how terrible it is. I don't think anyone is surprised by it, but you'd think this is a major media conglomerate. We wouldn't be that. But I mean, remember the response to Trump. They wouldn't. Scarborough didn't even want to go on air. They were concerned what he would say because he just got so angry that I guess the Trump was. There was a lot of liberals that wanted that bullet to not miss Trump. You've been very stressed today because you're having World War III fears over Poland drama. And now this, yeah, I've heard about the Poland stuff, and when it comes to domestic, I mean, that's going to take a back seat to this. This is, just shocking. I hear you about that violence and they think it's acceptable. They think it's acceptable, 100%. And it's like I don't even know their arguments. They just say like Charlie Kirk. You're gonna say Charlie Kirk is fascist? My goodness, have I got news for you when it comes to the right wing. You think Charlie Kirk was radical? Whew. Charlie's an American patriot, and we won't forget. What the left does not realize is that political violence like this is not going to solve anything. If anything, it just gives the government an excuse to suppress civil liberties. 100%. No, it's not good at all. It's not good at all, and it's also going to galvanize the right, but it's going to make a more hostile situation. Somehow, people that celebrate this think they have the moral ground because of their politics. Yeah, well, they think because Charlie Kirk, he didn't want our country to be invaded by like 5 bazillion Haitians. Like how, like, dude, we're so racist. We don't want our country to be invaded by Haitians. So he deserves to die. That's basically no. That's basically their argument. 100%. The American right has endured accusations of being violent for a decade now, but every shooting is a leftist. At what point does the right become who they accuse us of being? I know that I think it's going to be. It's going to, it's very raw right now, but obviously you can see it from a mile away in terms of some type of response. Now we'll see what Trump says, but it's like the shootings at Trump, the shooting now, the Kirk shooting, and Kirk's an extremely Todd. Thank you for that, Marine veteran here. Thank you for your service, man. Battle of Ramada, 2006. You've seen that shot a dozen times. Say when, brother. Dude, that he would. I mean, with modern medicine, you try and blood transfusions, but that's an immediate. And I go live and people are like, but it's just like that's an immediate. There's just too much blood loss. There's too much blood loss in the first 10 seconds. The arrested old guy. They're saying it wasn't him. I don't know. There's a lot of conflicting reports right now. Reminds me of the JFK assassination. IDK. Yeah, I mean, obviously there wasn't multiple shots, but I know what you're saying. I mean, it's just like, how do you can't even really process it. It's just such an important, such an important voice. Just liberals of just, it's always the political violence with them, and then they try and manipulate it and stuff. And I'm trying to not say something here, but funny how the ones who cry the loudest for gun reform cheer the loudest when a gun takes out someone they don't agree with. You're done with these people. Yeah, and then they say it's justified because uh, Charlie Kirk wants closed borders or something. Like Charlie Kirk, one of the most stern, fundamental, normal right wing voices. Maybe we need to close the borders. Maybe we need to prioritize native citizens. That's too radical for these people, I guess, and they cheer it. But there's millions. People have to understand this, and this is just what it is. Millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of liberals are cheering this right now. It's better you know that. Civil Wars, bro. I mean, I don't know, man. I just how will Pam Bondi investigate? I mean, obviously, there's going to have to be there's going to be a lot of law enforcement involved. I don't know what the status is, but of where the shooter is. They were going for a headshot, shock value on camera, just like Trump shooting. Once he missed, he hit him in the throat. And yeah, I know, 100%. I believe that's what happened as well. You're not going to aim for the neck with a shot like that. Do you think we'll ever know who the shooter is? I think it's just too many. I mean, if we don't, I'd be shocked. I know people have said that. R.I.P. Charlie, a true American patriot. Yeah. It's just one of those things to where it's just far too much, trauma injury, far too much immediate blood loss. Yeah, there's just too many cameras. I agree 100%. It'll be, I know people have been saying, oh, there's always going to be conspiracies, things like that. Charlie was supposed to be senator or governor one day. Well, the influence, I mean, he had more influence than senators or governors, man. Think about that. Mm-hmm. You went to rallies, met him, felt like someone honestly who gave a fuck. Like it was more than you were more than a wage slave. Like you were human, only to be cut down. Yeah. We've seen a ton of debates with Charlie, and again, it's just. I did a video earlier today, and I referenced Charlie in it, and it's just insane that this happens this quickly. And I was doing another video, and it's just like, just throw everything off to the side. Rhetoric on X isn't good. Lots of calls for blood, dude. That's standard social media. I mean, this is a shocking event that people are going to have a reaction to. It is what it is. I mean, we dealt with it with Trump, and now Trump barely survived two times. And they want to normalize that. They think that's normal. They think, well, Trump deserves. I mean, it all comes down to the same arguments of. I know. There's going to be a lot of mentality like that. There's going to be a lot of mentality where people are. I know. It's a JFK situation, especially with what's happening in Nepal. They need us divided while they continue to run the world. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but you know, let's see what the suspect is and everything like that, and but obviously there's going to be a lot of speculation because this is going to have a huge ripple effect on domestic politics and. Reddit is openly cheering and celebrating. I know that's what I said. What is the appropriate response? I think it's a bit early for me. It's a bit early for that. I'm not gonna sit here and strategize right now, man. I mean, it's just poor taste. But I mean, Trump is gonna come out with a statement, and then we'll go from there. Um, is he alive? And no, he's been assassinated. I updated the title. Trump has announced it. Everyone's announced it. They tried with blood transfusions. It's too much blood loss. It's too much of a traumatic injury. Reddit should be down there. I think there's probably going to be some investigations into Reddit after this, honestly, depending on the reactions exactly. But I think the administration might. I don't know. I really don't know, but. It's been a crazy year. It's always a crazy year, man. It's always a crazy year. Last year, the assassination attempts. Now this year, Trump entering, and you get this. I mean, this is. Wasn't he supposed to debate soon? I don't know if he. I mean, he. It seems like he always had scheduled debates. I'm not sure. Not sure if he had it. There were cops up there and everything, and no one's. If anyone has any, like, does anyone have any information on the event in terms of where the shooter was? Is there any reports on if the shooter ran away? Is there any description of the shooter? Is there any reports on the amount of police presence or anything? I mean, I would imagine it's probably pretty standard, and it's just an area they didn't cover, or was it a secluded? Was it inside of a building? They said it was on the roof or on top of a building. Yeah, I don't know how they catch the wrong guy, but also that dude that was a really old white dude that they had said. He was on a third floor of a building to the east. 200 yard. The shooter was on the building. The shooter was on a building facing the tent about 300 yards out in blackout gear with a long gun per police radio chatter. Really, 300 yards out? Because a bunch of people were saying 200, but I mean, that's just an early report. These are just early reports.
That all members present in the chamber and those in the gallery please rise for a moment of prayer for Charlie Kirk and his family.
So even their leaders are celebrating. I can't even hear this, honestly, man. I can't even hear it. Dude, my X is not even working. Yeah, I mean, if they're the congressman there and the liberal congressman, I mean, it's just. I don't think it has sound.
For what purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado rise?
Not sure why the left is cheering this. This makes things worse for them, especially the midterms next year. Yeah, I know we can look at this from a political sense. Charlie Kirk was an extremely important for Republicans and young people, but obviously this is a it's going to be this type of violence, and I think they're going to immediately try and say, well, it's just some kook. It's not really a liberal. I think that's going to be their response. So we're gonna have to see who this person is, and obviously how liberal they were, and see if they don't get plausible deniability. They're gonna try and deny this person was a liberal 100%. They're gonna say something, say it was someone else, it was someone crazy, it was a former Kirk supporter. They're going to do all of that. So it's important. I know what you're saying. In the long run, this is going to hurt them significantly. But Charlie was a big influence to young people as well, making more young people right wing. But this is obviously a huge defining moment here. Was the actual shooter really caught? They're saying no. They're saying at this point, no, the actual shooter was not caught. They arrested an old white guy. They're saying he was used. He was a diversion, but I don't know. He was an old kook who was like, I know my rights. I know my rights when they arrested him. But you think if it wasn't you and they arrested you by accident, you would immediately say that. So I'm not sure. So sad to get assassinated over a political opinion. That's really it, especially with Charlie Kirk. But really, anyway, we can't normalize this and say, "Ooh, if they're radical enough." It's just heinous no matter what. The left are celebrating this on threads are disgusting. Evil has no limit. Lamestream media Democrats are gonna fuck around, and find out because it's of their narrative. I hear what you're saying 100%, and this is just they're gonna have to realize that, you know, there's. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but I mean, this is just. There's a lot of people that are going to be extremely, extremely angry at this, and then on top of that, you're gloating. So yeah, I mean, whoever it is, obviously, I think they're going to catch him, but it's just you're trying to remain calm. Well, I don't even know what to do, honestly, dude. Like, if I stopped streaming, I would just be looking at all the fucking videos. So, I mean, we can wait for updates, I guess, on the suspect. Saw you join Cody's Discord. You watch his streams. Yeah, I want to do I'm going to do an interview with him at some point. We were going to do one tomorrow. I don't know about that now. So, better keep streaming and not look at the group. I'm gonna look at it anyways, dude. It's just in my nature. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. But did you see the video from behind the stage? I haven't seen that yet. Why kill Kirk? What's the motive? Freaking. Well, I mean, obviously they think he's considered perceived right wing, and I mean, in an internet circle, we don't. I mean, I'm not going to speculate because you can speculate 100 different motives, and it's this, it's that, it's this angle, it's that angle. Perceived benefit. Who's doing this? Who's point? But I mean, let's just see who the suspect is. I mean, they think he's a radical, but so the old man wasn't the shooter. He might have been a diversion. The reason I say that is because if you get arrested mistakenly for an assassin, you're gonna say it wasn't me. He didn't say that. So I don't know if he was working with the assassin or what, but there's been reported that he's not the shooter. So I'm not sure exactly, and I'm not sure why arrested him. They arrested him. I don't know if he had a gun or I'm not sure. Justin, National Guard deployed to the state of Utah. Um, U.S. House resolution. Authorities say there is no suspect in custody. What a fiasco. Wow. Yeah, right. We're the extremists. You're an extremist. You want. Oh my God, you don't want Venezuelans to immigrate to the United States. You're an extremist. You deserve to be shot. That's basically what they're saying. It's shocking they haven't been able to capture this. I mean, this may be professionally done, maybe something. I mean, I don't want to speculate on it, but normally when you have a situation like this, the person is neutralized or caught immediately. I know they publicly assassinated a debater and talker on live TV for the world and his wife and children to see. I know, I know, and you know where that shot was going. Does anybody know if Trump will do an Oval Office broadcast tonight? Would be his first in term of. I think Trump is going to be doing a statement tonight. That's my speculation. I don't know where Trump is. I don't know if he's in D.C. right now. I think he is in D.C. because he was at a D.C. restaurant last night. So if he's in D.C., I think there's gonna be some type. There has to be an address tonight. I would imagine he's commented on it. He's basically broke the news and confirmed that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Hang with us for updates. Yeah, I'm gonna try and see if we can find just be ready with the left. They're gonna try and say, listen, I don't know who it is. I'm not trying to speculate, but I'm just saying they're gonna immediately try and say mental illness. They're gonna say it's not a liberal. It's an angry Charlie Kirk fan. That's the tactics that they use. So a lot of it's to muddy the waters. But if we get a clear cut person, and this is a clear situation. This person's political beliefs are clear, and so we'll see who it ends up being. I can't see anyone. There's no incentive for this to be done by the right or anything like that. So, but listen, I don't know. There's a lot of different factors that go into these things, and there's a lot of different reactions that people are gonna have, and certain people benefit, and it just. Yeah, I mean, these people are going to have a really tough time, I think. They're going to have a really tough time out of because they did this with Trump and Trump survived. I think these people are going to have some problems in their life just from getting fired and stuff in their job. But I mean, this is the reaction. Thought Netanyahu offering condolences was odd. So Netanyahu well, I'm not too surprised if that's true if Netanyahu did that. I wonder if any other foreign leader has offered their condolences, but a lot of these people, they're going to gloat right now. These people are going to have a very tough time. They're going to have a very tough time. These people are going to get doxxed. There was a really ugly situation that happened, and then it's like what did you think was going to happen? Like you're a grown ass woman saying this, and like they think they're cool because they gloat that Charlie Kirk was killed. Like you're gonna have a very tough time the next few weeks, and then you're gonna cry about it. Like, what do you want us to say? I mean, we can see this from a mile away. So when these people are gloating, I mean, there's a high chance they're gonna be doxxed. They're gonna be fired from their. I mean, it's just like, why do this? And then they're probably gonna get all crying, and I didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. Okay, honey. His last word was violence. I mean, look at the last tweets. I still have his account from looking at it last night from pulling something up, talking about the murder of Irina. 17 hours ago. I mean, it's... What's your bottle count? This is my second bottle. Water, bro. Look like someone posted on X right here. Find him. Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. Let's just say something big will happen tomorrow. Omar. Look, I'm not saying it, but, you know, we'll say it. Looks like somebody named Omar. Yeah, so whoever this suspect is, obviously that's going to have a major reaction. I'll just leave it at that. I gotta bring this screen down, this blind. Fucking sun setting. This ruined my week and probably the month. You have so much rage and sadness at once. What comes next? Prayers to the Kirk family. Trump's got to come up and be a leader. Trump's got to step up and be a leader. They're he's trans. I don't know, man. Let's just wait for stuff to come out, honestly. You know, but you're gonna get a lot of these. When is Trump speaking? I don't know. I would imagine he would say something, but I'm not sure. Check World Source News 24/7 video of the shooter on the building. National Guard, here we come. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but it's like, you know, we needed the National Guard before this event started to, you know, make sure Kirk was safe, but I don't know, man. He's a trans Palestine supporter. Yeah, well, let's just confirm some details and stuff, and because, you know, that's a whole nother can of worms when you talk about something like that. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of reaction if that's what it ends up being. Have they identified the Colorado loony yet? I haven't seen. I haven't really seen anyone really. I haven't seen much updates on that. Obviously, this.
Well, Charlie was one of the most unique and special people in the conservative movement today. What he was able to build, the people he was able to organize, was just
So that's like minutes before.
So large and powerful. He was able to convince people to get involved in politics that might not have otherwise done so. And you look at what he did on these campuses and in these public events, thousands of people were showing up, not for a rock concert, not for a sporting event, but for American politics. He inspired all these kids to be involved in their country. This is unequivocally a good legacy. He was also a godly person. He spoke about his faith openly.
It was an open air event. Well, that's pretty much, that's most of these events that he has. That's how they're arranged. This was the first one of the year, so I think it was a big turnout. You're amazed they leave that guy on CNN. They have to do that to try and pretend they're not biased. Oh, we have a conservative, so we're actually fair. Yeah, I don't know. There might be a lead on a suspect. This person, this Omar. He said it wasn't him. Well, it's a terrible thing to say. Just, the fact that he said that in general. I wonder if he deleted his account. What a sad day in the United States of America for having certain political views. Your life's is taken. Feel right now for his wife and kids. Yeah, 100%. Terrible thing to say, but don't think it's him. Yeah, I know this could be an occurrence to where he's trying to be edgy 100% and just say that. So they'll investigate him for sure, but there is a chance that he has no relation to it. Just depends. This was in Utah, a deep red state. No way a right wing influencer would go to a blue state. Yeah, it was in Utah. I mean, the video was horrible. Not ready to see it. I know. I know. We've seen bad stuff that, especially for the public, and you see it all over X. It's a brutal one. Do you think South Park will get some blame if it turns out the assassin was left wing? I don't think South Park would be that. That's who we would look for for the blame. That's not who we're gonna assign blame to. There's a lot of other left wing, news media that can be blamed, and but this, we're just waiting to see who it is. Chose the wrong state firing squad in Utah. I know, but like this seismic, whatever happens to whoever the suspect is, it's just like, this is a seismic thing, because of how influential Charlie Kirk is. So the suspect is, who knows if he's, he might have offed himself. Who knows? Or they might say that. I mean, there's going to be a ton of conspiracies coming out of this. Especially considering he's gotten away now. So that just opens up a whole nother can of worms. They don't know who the shooter is yet. Any updates from White House, Trump, anything scheduled? Take a look at Rapid. Trump just announces the flags, half staff. Rubio. So, no, I don't think there's. I don't know. Maybe there is an update, but I just haven't seen it. Charlie Kirk got shot. I promise I didn't have anything to do with it, but I called it, and it was so fucking deserved. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens in terms of that. That kid is gonna have he's gonna have to delete his account. It's gonna be very bad for him. They're gonna dox the fuck out of that kid, and it's gonna be bad for him. I mean, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You think of anything now conservatives really have to consider better security and how often you want to do these things outdoors? I know, but this is the United States. You'd think they wouldn't have to, you wouldn't have to be worried about that. But I mean, obviously, 100%, you've got to be more diligent with security. Um, you know. Yeah, that kid needs to delete his account. He's gonna have a very bad few months. How do you feel American Republicans will respond to this? Well, right now it's very raw. We have to, the suspect, that's going to determine some things just in terms of the way in which it's formulated. Like, why was this done? I mean, I think we all kind of know some type of leftist, but obviously there's different types. There's different types, and so there'll be assigned blame, and then there's going to be, the immediate visceral reaction is going to be one of extreme anger. Did you see the rooftop video? No, I didn't see the rooftop video. Did Charlie recently turn against Israel? I mean, I don't know. Are we gonna do this, man? I know Charlie had kind of said a few times that he had some statements and he was pivoting a little bit. I don't think it was a direct turn on his. I mean, I know what you're insinuating, but like, Trump won't do fucking shit. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the reaction has to be. I mean, he'll be more justified with National Guard use. I mean, it's a terrible thing, but I mean, definitely there's going to be stuff on the internet that a lot of these people are going to get in trouble for, but he's never going to get job. Yeah, these kids, I mean, they do stuff like this, and you make 2 tweets, 3 tweets, they don't understand that your life is good luck. I mean, this might actually be a turning point, especially after Irina. I mean, this is another one. Oh my goodness, I just had a crazy deja vu moment just with a comment. This constant thing happens. He locked his account, changed his profile pic. It doesn't matter. He's fucked. Charlie Kirk did everything the right and professional way, and the left still killed him. You feel there's no going back from this. No, I hear you. That's the thing that we've been saying even about Kirk is he would be more of a just more of a normal Christian conservative, religious conservative. So the fact that this happens to him, I mean, and it's the same third grade arguments of we don't like your speak and we don't like that you're not allowing 40 bazillion brown people into the country, so you need to be killed. So I mean, this is going to radicalize a lot of people. We don't know the killer. I don't think this is who it is, but there's a lot of stuff going around. Something since has happened to the account. Locked his account and changed his handle. That non-binary goat of all time. I don't know. Is this a troll now? Was this always the profile? Only person you have respect for is Alex Jones. COVID, Trump, Butler. This 3 times. I know it is. It's crazy. It's crazy times. You may be late, but did you all see the moment of the Democrats screaming during the moment of silence prayer for Charlie and his family? Speaker couldn't stop it. I tried to see that. I didn't really. Maybe I didn't stay on it long enough, but if that is serious, if that's like based on them being disrespectful to Kirk, I mean, obviously it's like a third grade level thing too. It's so immature. Yeah, that was his. I mean, he's panicked and yeah, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, bro. Good luck.
Getting right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that.
Oh, there it is right there.
So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over, where's my finger? Whoa. From over there, ran in. And now he's right there.
He's laying flat in all black. Right there. And then he runs back. So he got out of there immediately. Gonna watch the press conference. Is it been announced? Who's doing the press conference? Yeah, I know. I hear what you're saying. It's like, why is there someone up there? That seems kind of weird. But I mean, who do you have to alert someone immediately? Like, who do you have to like get the fucking thing shut down? You see someone laying in all black on a roof like that. I mean, it could be like a security, but it's like, yeah, I mean, obviously they have security, but not enough, not even close to enough with that. From the angle Kirk got shot, it has to be the shooter. Dude, that video of Kirk, I've been streaming, so I haven't been playing it, but ugh. Outdoor events should be forbidden, but we shouldn't have to do that, man. That's not. It's giving in. But I hear what you're saying 100%. And yeah, it is true. There has to be some serious security for because with Trump and Kirk, and these are two major people within the Republican Party and major influence. And yeah, it was definitely going for a headshot for sure. Looks like he was shot and paralyzed instantly. Doubt he survived more than 5 minutes after the gunshot. But yeah, it's interesting how that works. And then they, say he's in critical condition, I guess, because there's a chance he or something. But it's just like there's too much blood loss immediately, to see a scientific explanation of what happened. Was it just immediate blood loss? Probably. I don't. I think it was pretty much immediate. If you saw the video, he's pretty much dead. He's pretty much dead once he was shot. There's no way he was gonna survive. No, I know what you're saying. 100%. Solid reporting, my guy. Kyle, I appreciate the $20 donation. Yeah, right now there's nothing that I've really seen. I'm sure the chat will let me know if they found someone. I mean, there's gonna be all this stuff online. There's gonna be a lot of liberals that are gonna get doxxed, and that's just the reality. You gloat over something like this, there's gonna be real world repercussions. I mean, you know. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end this live stream right here. I might decide to come back at around 7 or 7:30. I want to look at some stuff. I want to look at some stuff offline, and obviously, it's still extremely critical that this person is found. I think I'm gonna come back and stream at around 7 or 7:30. So in like an hour, hour and a half. Um. All right. Hopefully, we'll have some updates if I come back to stream. All right, yeah, I'll probably be back streaming around an hour, hour and a half. I have to look at some things offline, or online, but just off stream.